Hi everybody, this is Crystal. So I got a little video here for you, yarn education video, please. Now, I'm going to ask you nicely. A lot of people may not like this video. They may not like what I say. But please remember that I only say it with good intentions on education, okay? It's not meant to speak ill of any yarn company. I love all yarn companies, and it's nothing personal against any of them. It's just a lot of people are misinformed, and I want to educate you all. And I've noticed that over the last few videos, I got a lot of comments about where yarn is made. A lot of people think that some of these brands of yarn that I show are made in the USA. It's just not so. Now, I personally do not care myself where a yarn is made. I could care less because I love all yarn, regardless of where it's made. Now, I do live in the U.S. I love yarn that's made in the U.S., but I love yarn made from any country. I support unity in yarn. The yarn doesn't care. The yarn's just made. It just wants to be loved. It can't help where it's made. So I don't care about that. But a lot of people do, believe it or not. They do care about where the yarn is made. Well, I'm going to go over just a few here samples and show you. So if you was to search, we'll start out with a red heart. If you was to search made in the USA red heart yarns, it would give you a few that was made in the USA. Any of their Super Saver varieties are made in the USA from imported fibers. You can see the USA tag right there, okay? Any of the Super Saver varieties, whether it be striped, ombre, you see that? With love, all them, Super Saver, okay? And then, one other one, Red Heart Stellar. Now, if you've ever seen that, that's kind of like homespun. That's it, as far as red heart yarns made in the USA. Now, please correct me if you know of any more, if you have any at your house that say made in the USA, as long as it's newer, because they used to make more in the US, but they stopped. Okay? Now, if I was to look up the Lion brand, it's going to tell me that Heartland yarn is made in the USA. Of course, it used to be made in the USA. I have an old ball of it right here. Okay, see that USA tag? It's not anymore, though. I have a new ball. They don't make it in the US anymore. See that? This is new. New label. I just bought this the other day. I've had this on my shelf for a while. It's now made in Turkey. And they're going to tell you that their Heartland Thick and Quick is made in the USA. It might have been at one time. Not anymore. It's made in Turkey also. And they're going to tell you that homespun is made in the USA. And now that I cannot tell you because I do not have any, unbelievably, I do not have any Lion brand homespun here. It could quite possibly still be made in the USA. If anybody knows, let me know in the comments. If you have some a newer skein of Lion brand homespun. It's going to tell you 3 yarns that are made in the USA, but they are discontinued. They're no longer made. A Lion brand crepe twist, no, it's discontinued. Lion brand pure wool, discontinued. And Lion brand silk, all discontinued. Not made anymore. And there is another one, a Lion brand hometown. Maybe you've seen that at Walmart. Is made in the USA also. I don't have any here, but I do know that I think it's still made in the USA. The last time I was at Walmart, but that was a while ago, it was made in the USA. The thick 6-weight hometown. I think it's called hometown USA, but I'm not certain. You guys can tell me about that. If you have a newer ball of that, let me know, because I'd like to know. I don't have any here. If I do, it's in a tote, and I don't want to dig around. Okay, now, if you was to look up Caron, a lot of people think Caron is made in the USA. Well, it's not. It's not. I have a new, it may, you know, maybe there was a time it was, but it was bought out by Yarnspirations about 10 years ago, I do believe. They don't manufacture it in the USA. They do continue to Red Heart was sold to Yarnspirations also in 2019, I believe, and they continue manufacturing in the same facility that Red Heart was always manufactured in the USA. That's why it's still made in the USA. Caron, this is Caron Simply Soft. At one time, I have an old ball from, I don't know, the 70s. It was made in the USA. It's not anymore. It's not anymore. I mean, maybe it says it on the internet, but I have proof on the labels that they're not. The internet articles could be old and not updated. This Caron right here, Simply Soft, even though a lot of people think that it's made in the US, it's made in India. Caron cakes. No, they're not made in the USA. I don't think they ever were, honestly. Because they were made before or after Caron was bought by Yarnspirations. So I don't think these were ever made in the USA. You can correct me if I'm wrong. But right here, regular Caron cakes, says it right on the label. You can look on the label and find out where all your yarn is made. Just because it's sold at Michael's or Lion Brand or Joann's does not mean that it was made in the USA. It only means that it was sold there. If you really genuinely care about where your yarn is made from, you have to look at the label. That's why when I do yarn reviews, I always tell people, because I know a lot of people want to know. Like I said, I don't care one way or the other. I love yarn wherever it's from, because it just wants to be loved and it just wants to be made into something. It can't help where it's made. So that doesn't bother me where it's made, but I know it does bother some people. So Caron cakes, regular ones, made in Turkey, I believe. These new Ripple cotton cakes, made in China. Skinny cakes, made in India. They're all made somewhere, but not the US. Okay? I just wanted to point that out. Because people tell me, hey, that's not where that yarn made. That yarn is made in the USA, and it's not. I hate to tell you, it's not. You might think that it is, and it might say on the internet that it is, but those websites, they need to update that information because it's not made there anymore. Not from my knowledge. I mean, because I showed you Heartland, Old Skein. Yeah, at a time it was made in the USA. It's not anymore. I just bought this not too long ago at Michael's. Brand new label, brand new facility. Not in the USA, but in Turkey. Same goes for the Thick and Quick. Now, like I said, I'm only doing this to educate those that, you know, my intentions are sincere and sincerely want to help people, not really help, just educate people and help those that really want to try to find yarns that are made in the USA. Red Heart Super Saver definitely is made in the USA. All the varieties of it, like I said, whether it be stripes or ombre or regular or Red Heart with Love, it's all made in the USA. You want to look for that made in the US if that's what you're looking for. Other than that, you could buy yarn spun from small independent yarn stores that spin in the USA. There are many of those, but they come at a higher price, not big box store prices. So, you know, I don't want to make anybody mad by this video. That's not my intentions. And it's also nothing personal against Yarnspirations or Lion Brand. I love both of those companies. Like I mentioned previously a couple times already, and I'll say it one more time. I do not care where yarn is made. Whether it's in the USA, Turkey, India, China, Peru, Spain, Italy. I love them all. I don't care. Maybe you think that makes me a bad person. I think that it makes me a yarn lover. So you can take that as you will. But remember, my intentions for this video was just to purely educate, because I just been getting a lot of comments telling me that, hey, I'm wrong. These yarns were made in the USA. You know, at one time they were, but they're not anymore. So again, if you do have some homespun, new homespun that you just bought, because if you have an old one, it very well could have been made in the USA, and now it's not anymore. But if you have a new one and it still says made in the USA, let me know in the comments. Also, if you have a new Lion Brand Heartland, I'd like to see if that is still made in the USA. I don't have any of that to show you. And if you can think of any other yarns that I might be missing that is made in the USA, you need to check your labels, and you need to make sure that it's not an old ball, because like I said, some yarns that were made in the USA, they show up on the internet made in the USA, but recently, you know, they're just not anymore. So like I said, the websites, yarn websites should update their made in the USA items, but they didn't. So I hope this was informative, and please, no ill comments, but it's only good intentions that I had. I just, for those who strictly want to shop USA yarns, my suggestion would be to stick with Red Heart Super Saver yarns, or buy from independent yarn stores that hand spin their own yarns. There's not a lot of yarns made in the US completely, not many anymore. Back in the day there was a lot more, but now they're outsourced. Again, fine by me, but this is just for those who want to shop where they want to shop. So I hope that I shed some light on that. Sorry if I made anybody upset, but sometimes you have to tell people things they don't want to hear, I guess. I'm sorry. I love you guys. I love yarn. I love Lion Brand. I love Red Heart or Yarn Inspirations. Nothing personal against any of you guys. I buy your yarns no matter where you're made. I don't care. But I just wanted to bring light to everybody and let everybody know, because some people are misinformed. So thanks everybody. Remember, questions I ask you about those yarns, let me know if you have any of those. Let me know where they're made. I'm curious. Thanks everybody. Bye bye.